Hey YouTube, Israel back again with a fragrance review for you today. I'm going to do my first cheap but good fragrance review and try to make it a quick one because the Cowboy game is on right now and it's halftime, so I figured I would go ahead and try to do this review really fast so that way whenever I'm done I can get back to the game. I was at my local Marshall's the other day and I found a blue box and it had the word sport on it, and I don't see too many sports there at my discounter. So kind of intrigued me a little bit. So I picked it up, and it was Lanvin Sport, uh, Lanvin L'Homme Sport, and I've never tried the original, but I don't know. It was only 20 bucks, 1.7 ounce, and I've been looking for a sport cologne. I always hear about how you're supposed to. People like to bring sport colognes to the gym with them and stuff like that. And I recently, last few months, I started going to work out at a gym, and so I was like, well, I guess I could use a sport scent to take with me because some days I don't have time to take a shower right after I'm done, so I'll have to kind of wear a cologne until I get to the house. So I figured it'd be a good pickup to give it a smell. I blind bought it, so I figured 20 bucks, 1.7 ounce. If anything, I could give it to a friend as a gift if it didn't work out with what I thought about it. But anyway, so this is Lanvin Sport, and apparently it was released in 2009. And here's the box. Nothing too fancy. I think they might have, I don't know what this little white thing is here. I don't know if they messed up on the printing of the box, but I've seen some online that don't have this, so maybe they messed that up, or maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, so kind of plain. And then you have your bottle here, which is a really cool bottle actually for what I didn't really give it much credit for the price, and then I opened it up and saw the bottle, and it has this cool foggy blue on it, kind of like a CK1 sort of. So it's got a good grip on it, so that automatically lets me think it does have a sport feel to it. And I love this color, the bright blue in it, and the silver cap. It's metal, and it has this little lock mechanism thing here, kind of like Givenchy Pie, which I gotta say, this one works a lot better than Givenchy Pie. So that's pretty cool, and it looks like it's aluminum, and it has an aluminum cap with plastic on the inside, and the sprayer works pretty well. Actually works really well, so that's good. Okay, so anyway, this was released in 2009. It is considered a fresh citrus aromatic. It apparently it was inspired by Rafael Nadal, the tennis player, and it's supposed to resemble his youth, energy, and vitality playing tennis. I guess, I don't know. I'm not a big tennis fan, but he's a sports guy, so I can respect that. And anyway, it seems like it's he's a good face man for the product, I guess. He's really popular in the tennis world, and he's good at what he does, so that's good. Good spokesperson. In the top we have bergamot, lemon, pepper, and petitgrain. In the mid we have sage and lavender, and the base we have musk, oak moss, Indonesian patchouli leaf, which I've never heard of that before. But in the opening, I have a dry down here. So let me spray some on my arm real quick so I can really get a good fresh feel of what it smells like. Okay, in the opening, I get a strong citrus blast. Very strong, but not in a bad way. It's actually good, especially if you're at the gym. It's really good to have this. I get a strong blast of citrus and pepper. So that's the lemon and the petitgrain. Petitgrain, I guess, is a green leaf, I guess, from in the citrus family, from what I read. Anyway, I'm not really sure. But anyway, so it's really strong, and it smells good. It smells really good. So I get the bergamot and the lemon and the pepper, so it's kind of warm and spicy, but at the same time it's bright. So it has a really good lemon, bright thing going on. So that's really good. It's pretty cool how it works, because it kind of has both I don't know. It lends it to be, you can use it in different scenarios, I guess, when you have that bright citrus and that warm spiciness. Um, it does give me a sense of energy, like just like it says in the ad or whatever, and it's very bright and energetic, is what I get from it. Very bright, which lends me to think that it's probably best in the summer, during the day, because that's what I smell off this. Kind of has a medicinal thing going on as well. Don't really know where that comes from. I'm pretty new to the notes and whatnot, so I don't really know where that comes from. I'm sure I'll figure it out soon once I keep doing this and smelling more stuff. But it goes away after a while. It's not too off-putting. It's not like Issey Blue, I think that's what it's called, Pour Homme. That one was way more medicinal. That was very off-putting. Like, I didn't like it at all. Whenever I had to take it back, I didn't like it at all. It was too medicine-y. So this one kind of has that a little bit. Maybe it's from the lemon or the pepper or something. I don't know. But so then you start after about 30 or 45 minutes. You can kind of smell the sage coming in, the mid and the lavender, and that's when it gets really nice. It's very inviting. It's very warm and soft to your nose. I never got tired of it. Like, I could wear this stuff all day. It doesn't bother me at all. On the top, it's really sweet almost. So it just puts you in a good mood, and just, it doesn't get any worse. The base, you get a little bit of musk. So it's a pretty linear scent. Like, it doesn't really go too many places. Really just starts off lemony and bright and citrusy, and then turns green with the sage, and then it kind of stays green. So even though the bottle is blue, it does have a green feel to it, which I don't have a problem with. Some scents do need to present their fragrances in green bottles, just because it's so, citrus, woody, aromatic, sort of, or whatever. This is, I think it's okay. I don't know, maybe just because the presentation looks so cool, I'm letting it slide. I don't know, but it works. It just works for the look. I bought this for $20, 1.7 ounce, $20. I went online, actually found a 1.7 bottle for 19 something, so it's probably the same. And who knows what that's for shipping. I found a 3.4 bottle on Amazon for $23. So, if you're not sure and you want to blind buy this one, go ahead and buy the cheaper one maybe. Then again, it might be just worth it to buy the 23. It's only a few dollars more. Like I said before, if it doesn't work out and you don't like it, you can always just give it to a friend. I mean, I'm sorry, people love fragrances as gifts, even if they're crappy ones. I think people still like them. They just like to open the box, and they like to unwrap it and then smell it. It's kind of like it's a really good gift. So if you guys ever thought about getting fragrances as gifts, you should do it, because you can't go wrong with them, I don't think, unless it just smells like, just really awful. But that's not usually the case. Most people don't really pay attention to their fragrances as much as me or some other people in the YouTube community with fragrances do. So they'll just wear them and then not even think about longevity. Speaking of longevity, I get about, with the opening, it's about 45 minutes to an hour, and it stays. It changes a little bit more towards the sage and the lavender, but it's pretty linear. It stays throughout the life of the fragrance. It stays about the same. It lasts about 3 to 4 hours strong. Altogether 5 to 6, maybe 7 hours altogether. That's with everything, the dry down and then the skin scent and everything like that. But that's, I mean, for the money, you can't go wrong with this stuff. I mean, for $20, you could, it's so cheap, you could keep it in your car as a backup scent. Like, I do that all the time. I'll keep this bottle or another bottle of a cheapie in my glove compartment, just so I can, if I walk out of the house without wearing something, I'll put some on. Boom, you don't have to worry about getting out of the car and going back in, or having to borrow a friend's scent or anything like that, or just not go with anything at all, because I can't do that. I can't go out without something on, It's like not having clothes on if I don't wear something. It's also cheap enough to put into a gym bag. So, if you go to the gym, like, you don't have to worry about taking it out, maybe if it breaks, if you throw your gym bag around a lot. But if you don't, just leave it in there, and this could always be your gym scent, and it's cheap enough to just keep it in there. And when you go to the gym, when you finish up, just spray it on, boom, you're set. Put the little clippy thing on, throw it in your bag, and you go out go on the rest of your day. But you know, it's not a bad fragrance. I suggest picking it up if you can. Lanvin L'Homme Sport, and you know, Eau de Toilette. It's good for the price, and I give it, for a cheap scent, my cheap scent category, which this isn't anywhere near some of the other stuff that I have, but for my cheap scent category, it's got to be an 8 out of 10, if not 9 out of 10, because it lasts a long time, it's cheap, good presentation, which I guess doesn't matter, but to me it does. It's easy to look at, it's easy to carry, it's you know, it's cool. I like this blue and this foggy CK1-ish feeling, kind of almost like a rubber finish on it, you know, and you can't go wrong with it. So anyway, I suggest you guys go pick this one up. I'll put a link in the description below where you guys can find it on Amazon, which I know you guys can do that anyway, but again, I promised I would do that. So yeah, go out and pick up a bottle of Lanvin L'Homme Sport, and I'll see you guys again soon with my next review. Thanks.